You know what I just realized, guys? I forgot to get my iPad. I've still had it plugged in there. I've got to have that to see chat. So 1 second, let me grab that and I will be right back. So tonight we're opening basketball and baseball. No football tonight, just the bees, basketball and baseball. So our 3 basketball breaks are up first. I don't think any of those will take a terribly long time. And then after we do our basketball breaks, then we'll start on baseball, which tonight is a half case of Heritage High Number. So for basketball, first up will be 1 box of 2016-17 Panini Gold Standard Basketball. That will be followed by one of the Panini Private Signings, and that's followed by Leaf Best of Basketball, the unopened edition. That's always a fun one. I always enjoy opening it. It's one of my favorites, just to see not only what we get in the box that we open, but what box we're going to get. It's kind of a double random. And then, of course, our Heritage High Number. So that's what is on tap tonight. You will see the spreadsheet is up for the first break. That is 1 box of 2016-17 Panini Gold Standard Basketball break number 5. So the 5th time we have broken it. It ended on eBay 10/14, which is tonight. Live stream schedule also tonight, Saturday 10/14, 10:30 Eastern. Team names are on the left, winning bidders on the right. You will see several things tonight that are marked as no bids buyback. Those are unsold, unloved, unwanted teams, orphans, if you will. And if something comes out for one of those teams, it'll hang out here with me and join its brothers on Card Mountain. And otherwise, if it comes out for one of you guys, then, of course, it'll ship off to you. I'm going to change the focus just slightly. I do know that that's putting our background a little bit out of focus, but the idea is to be able to look at our cards a little more closely without all that pesky zooming in and out when you leave the camera on autofocus. So that's what we're trying to avoid. And you know, I have been recently reselling unsold teams at the start of the break. Not every night, because sometimes I run out of time, and sometimes we have technical issues. Tonight, obviously, I did not have time to get them up. If there had only been a couple of unsold teams, I might have had time to get them up, but no, there's quite a few tonight. So we're just rolling with what we have, and off we go to the races. First up, Anthony Hardaway for the Magic. That is numbered to 269. Of course, all the cards in Gold Standard are numbered, even our base cards. Next up for the Mavericks to 269, Andrew Bogut. A little George Hill for the Utah Jazz. That one also to 269. For the Detroit Pistons, Stanley Johnson to 79. Malik Beasley for the Denver Nuggets. Oh, that's a nice looking card. Got great, all 3 patches on that are excellent. This is number 20 of 25. That is an on-card auto, and of course all 3 of your patches are tricolor, so that's a really nice one. Too bad it wasn't Jamal Murray though, right? For the Lakers, Zubac. And that one is a sticker auto. It's to 149, and of course you've got a nice little swatch of material with it as well. And then for the Spurs, Mr. Tim Duncan. Oh, that's a nice looking card. That is numbered to 15, and the material on that is really, really nice. So we'll recap our hits here. We may as well start with Tim Duncan because he's already in my hand, numbered to 15. There is a little loose thread. You can probably see that in the corner up there on your piece of material. Those happen sometimes, but usually if I see them, I point them out. Sometimes I don't see them till I'm sorting, but caught that one. Zubac for the Lakers. and the Malik Beasley for the Nuggets. Shipping on all of the basketball, of course, was free shipping tonight for you guys. Bidders didn't pay any shipping costs on any of the basketball breaks. And as many of you, or most of you know by now, our free shipping items now go out once a week. So once every 6 to 7 days, you'll get a package with your free shipping items in it. And if you were to have something else that we're shipping in the meantime, of course, your cards would hitch a ride and get to you a little sooner. If not, if you only have the free shipping items, look for them to go out about a week from now. And that's really just to, keep it cost effective, because otherwise if I were shipping out, every day, and some people are in breaks daily and, might be shipping somebody 7 packages as opposed to 1. That's one of the ways I can continue to offer free shipping is by doing it less frequently. This is, of course, one of our little private signings. Oh, I always want to cut my hand off with this. It seems like one of our little private signings promo packs. We've opened a few of these. I wasn't able to get any of them directly from Panini myself this year, but that one's loose in there. But I was able to buy some, as you know, on the secondary market. These cards are all pretty low numbered. Many of them have a relic and a signature. A few are signature only. Looks like our hit tonight is Thon Maker with the Bucks, and Thon is numbered to 25, so nice low number there. You've got the material, and I'm trying to tell, I guess that is a sticker auto. So the Bucks hit the Panini private signings. I always like those because you get a lot for your money, really. They're almost always low numbered. They're usually high profile players. They're encased. There's a lot to like about the private signings, I think. They do them for football as well, right around the time of the Super Bowl. So I'm sure we'll get some of those when the time rolls around, one way or another. That will next bring us to one box of 2017 Leaf Best of Basketball. This is the unopened edition. Now, you guys know we've done Leaf Best of Basketball, the regular one, and this is, of course, the 4th time, break number 4, so the 4th time we've done the unopened edition. And this is kind of basically a double blind, so we don't know what we're going to find inside the box, because it can be any previously released basketball product. And then once we figure out what product we're going to get to open tonight, then we'll have to find out what's inside that. So it's kind of fun. And there's also an original Leaf card in here. It's a Super Swatch. So it's always a materials hit of some sort. And it never says what team it is, so we always have to go look it up, which I'm sure will be the case again tonight too. But anyway, we'll see where we end up. I don't have to cut it tonight. Yay. This felt kind of heavy, so I don't know what. Oh boy, this looks like. Oh guys, we might have national treasures in here. Oh, we do. Holy Moses, we have pulled ourselves a box of NT basketball, a little national treasures. Yes, buddy. That is why we like it, because we can pull stuff like this. Our Super Swatch is Tracy McGrady, and I believe we went through something with dear old Tracy McGrady last week, wasn't it? Where I could not figure out where in the heck Tracy McGrady went, but we're not going to worry about that right now. We're going to look at our NT here, and this is it is collegiate NT, but still I'm not going to argue. So 2016 National Treasures Collegiate, and yeah, this is sweet. This is exactly why I love Leaf Best Basketball Unopened Edition. Because you quite literally never know what you're going to find. And tonight, we found some national treasures. So now everybody that didn't bid on teams, all those unsold teams. Everybody's now going, dang, why didn't I pick up some teams in this break? I know, right? But that's how we get lucky sometimes. And we did tonight. So let's see what we've got here. Larry Bird. And Larry is numbered to 99. Now, of course, because all of these, I guess I should actually probably put that up first, because everybody's likely going to be in their collegiate uniform. That is going to bring us to, well, our collegiate rules. Let me see how quickly I can, if I can get these up quickly enough. We'll take a look at them real fast. It's on every listing. I'm sure many of you, if not all of you, most of you anyway, have broken with me before, so you've probably reviewed this. It's down there in that little special circumstances area, and there's a whole section about collegiate, and it's at the bottom of, virtually every break that I do. I'm trying to get it up and then on the screen where we can all see it. So bear with me un momento while I try to find it. I think I scrolled past it, didn't I? Where are you, collegiate? Come be my... Here we go. Now I just have to get it where I can share it with you and maybe... Oh, yay. Okay, excellent. That worked out better than I thought it was going to. Okay, so here's what we're looking at. Collegiate team, collegiate uniform. Now, of course, this is a 2016 product. So if a player was a rookie in 2016, last year, then this is the rule that would apply. If the player was an active player that isn't a rookie, so an active veteran player in 2016, then that would apply. And if a card, if someone is retired, which of course Larry Bird was in 2016, then it's going to go to the team that they played for the longest, because there is no pro team name listed on this as a collegiate product. And so again, if anyone wants to reference that further, of course it is, as I say, in each and every listing. So down there at the bottom in the little special circumstances. So Larry Bird, he of course was retired in 2016. It will go to the team he played for the longest. Jordan Clarkson, numbered to 10. A little Georgie Jing, I think you say it Jing. He played down the road at U of L. You'd think I'd remember that, but somehow I don't. It is numbered to 25. Blake Griffin, that is to 49. He, of course, active veteran last year. Again, this is a 2016 series of cards. Little Mr. Yogi Ferrell to 99. And Yogi is a Dallas Maverick. I don't know if he always was. He would have been a rookie, so we will have to we'll have to see. I believe that this says, let's just flip back here for a second, but I believe that that's going to tell us it's going to be the team that drafted Yogi. So let's see here. Yeah, so the team that initially drafted him, even if he was later or even immediately traded to another team. So the Yogi will go to the team that initially drafted him. Ditto with Ron Baker. I believe that he was also a rookie, if I'm remembering that correctly. And again, I'm going to verify all of this before it's shipped out. Kay Felder, that's a nice one. That is to 25. Nice looking patch on card auto with the Kay Felder. Taurean Prince, that is numbered to 25. Of course, again, another rookie. So we're once again looking for the team that originally drafted. I know, of course, what team he's with right now, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that's who drafted him. Dan Issel, I love it. He used to play for my alma mater, UK. Dan Issel, numbered to 25. Again, that one will go to team he played for the longest. And then we have ourselves a little booklet here. Patrick McCaw to 25. And was Patrick McCaw... No, was Patrick McCaw a rookie that year? I don't think... Was he in 2016? No, we'll have to investigate all of that stuff. So if you're in this break and you have any questions about where something ends up, shoot me a message on eBay. When I sit down after the break, I will go through and take a look at all these, who drafted and where the actives go and all that jazz, and I can send you a list that tells you. Or, of course, you can, follow along as well with what we pulled up from the website. And then our Tracy McGrady, I do want to try to get our Tracy McGrady up right now. Give me 1 second to get that done. And we got to find old Tracy. And I just looked him up like no time ago. Last week, I think maybe we had Tracy McGrady out of one of these, right? Like I think we did. So come on, Tracy McGrady, where are you? What I really want to see are his stats, which of course it's not going to let me easily find because that would just be too easy. Come on, Tracy McGrady. Okay, so it looks like here, what do we have? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so Houston Rockets. He was 6 years with the Houston Rockets. So that's where the Tracy McGrady goes. And you know what? Do we want to do? Well, it's up to you guys. If you guys want to do all the rest of these in chat while I'm in, while I've got NBA.com up, we can. If you jump into chat, let me know if you want to do that. Otherwise, because it will take a few minutes to go through all those. Otherwise, I will sort them out later, and it will be according to the little way that we had it listed there that I had up on the screen for in the special circumstances area. All right, so nobody's saying to go to sit and sort that now, so we will go ahead and move on to the next break in that case. That's kind of what I figured you guys would say, but sometimes people want to do it in the moment. Next up, we have a half case. Help if you saw the same page I was seeing. A half case of 2017 Topps Heritage High Number Baseball. This is half case break number 6, the sixth time that we have broken Heritage High Number. This is actually the last of the Heritage High Number that I have as well. So after tonight, there is no more Heritage High Number. And same as before, of course, it ended tonight, breaking tonight. A handful of unsold teams there, which I did not, unfortunately, ran out of time. Didn't have time to try to come on and sell them before the break, but that's all right. So Freeman is looking for a red ink Bryant or a quad patch. All right, well, we'll see what we can find for you. You'll notice some of these boxes, well, actually all of them are numbered on the end, but some of them may not have the numbered end facing you, and some may. And that's because when we very first opened the case, we took all the boxes out, we numbered them on the end, and then we let random.org decide which ones we opened in the first break versus which ones we're opening in this break right now. And of course, since this is the last of the case, we don't have to do any random with this. We just buzz right in it. And this will take a while to do. Many of you have done this with me before, so you know there's a lot of cards in here. And it takes a good long while to get everything out of the box and out of the wrapper and so on and so forth. Lots of short prints in here. Well, not short prints in the traditional sense. I'll rephrase that. There are lots of variations and parallels, and I mean technically short prints, but usually when you think of a Topps short print, you think of, the ones that are super hard to find. In these cases, you'll find the same short print multiple times throughout the case. So while technically still a short print, not as short as maybe what we're used to. So our first little box topper, and sometimes we will pull this, and sometimes we will pull an authentic 1968 card with the Topps 50th anniversary stamp on it. So this one, we have a White Sox, Yankees, and Astros. So if we have the same person that owns two of those three teams, you have to own more than 50%, so 51% or more, which in this case would be two of the three, then they would take that outright. If we do not have anybody with two of the three, then that will go to random. So we have Jamar with the Astros, and I already see the Yankees are somebody else, so we know we can't possibly have anybody with the 2 out of 3. So now, let's just get back to random. Did that change your view as well? Let's see. Yes, yay. I'm still sometimes figuring out what all I can do with this broadcast software, so occasionally I think I can do something, but I have to make sure that it works the way I planned for it to. And in this case it did, so happiness. We'll hit random 3 different times, and the first 2 will not count. The third and final random will tell us who's going to take that little card there, card strip. First one does not count. Second one does not count. Third and final does count. And there you'll see we randomized it 3 times. There's our date and time stamp, and that is headed to the Astros. So that is this little box topper strip of cards right there. Going to go to the Astros, and Freeman is asking me a question. You are asking me, did the last boxes from the case have a Red Sox and a Dodgers hit? Oh man, I don't know. That has been, whew, I have sorted a lot of cards since since we last did the Heritage High number, the first half of this, and to be perfectly blunt, I have no idea what was in the last box. Tell you the truth, it's usually hard for me to remember even by the end of the break. I tend to just kind of look at them and retain them long enough to say them, and then they go right back out of my head. I just look at so many cards every week. Oh, Freeman, you're saying it did, for sure. Okay, so the last box did have a Red Sox hit and a Dodgers hit. Okay. Sometimes that stuff is predictive, and sometimes it is not. I mean, it just depends on how well Topps did in randomizing this particular case. I do know one of our cases of Heritage High number, we pulled that nice Mike Trout on card auto, but I don't remember if it was out of this case or out of a different one. I do know it was a nice little surprise, and the person who pulled it was excited. Because, yeah, I mean, who wouldn't be, right? So there will be a variation in here that they call chrome. It's not the chrome card in the traditional sense, like the cases of chrome that we're breaking, but it is obviously not a paper finish. It is kind of a chrome finish. Anyway, they call it the chrome insert in Heritage High number. So we will find some of those. There are chrome that refract and chrome that do not refract. The ones that don't refract are numbered, I think, to 568, if I'm remembering that correctly. And the ones that do refract, I will have to look, because I can't remember what they're numbered to. We're not going to open like all of these packs at once like I do with some of the breaks that have a lot of base, but not as much base as this. This we're going to look at a box at a time. Now, when I last looked at the score, the Dodgers game was tied. Does anybody know if it is still tied, Dodgers and Cubbies? Meanwhile, the Yankees find themselves in a familiar hole, down 2-1. They are down 2 games, Astros with 2, Yankees with none. They're in the same hole they were in with the Indians. We'll have to see if they can pull it out. They had a rough series, you know, trying to get past the Indians. I mean, they got past them, obviously, but, man, they got to be tired versus the nicely rested up Astros. Oh, Dodgers are now up by 2. Okay, well, thank you, Freeman. Now, of course, we have got tons and tons and tons of base cards in here, as you know. So I kind of buzz on through those. And if you want the pace adjusted, if I'm going too quickly for you or not quickly enough, jump into chat and let me know. Usually when there's a lot of base, I don't spend a whole lot of time on them. Other than obviously when we find something we want to look at. Mauricio Cabrera for the Braves. That one is numbered to 999. So maybe that answers my question. Maybe the non-refracting chrome is 999 and the refracting chrome is the 568 that I referenced earlier. I had the 568 stuck in my brain and I thought that was I got them backwards, so. And of course, you know, we're going to find one either relic or signature per box. So it's an either or in Heritage. There's a little Moncada rookie performance. I guess I probably should have set aside our other rookie performance as well, now that you mention it. Just in case, well, did I have another rookie performance? Maybe I didn't. Maybe we just had the Zobrist insert. Anyway, we'll set some of the inserts aside in case anyone wants to recap them later. Now, shipping on this, of course, you guys paid shipping on this break because we knew every team was going to have a hit. So yours will go out on a little different schedule than the free shipping that we had for basketball. Cubbies with a nice little blue parallel. I'm guessing that this will go out on Wednesday, this Heritage High number. And I doubt that it will go out sooner than that. I mean, there's a very slight possibility, but not a great possibility because I know there are still other breaks ahead of this one that still have to get out the door first. I do print the labels directly on eBay though, most of the time, occasionally from PayPal, but generally from eBay. So it should give you a shipping notification when the label is printed. I think it generates an email to you, but it should also add the tracking number to the listing. Oh boy, Ash and MS, I cannot remember. I don't think we hit, guys, does anybody remember? Freeman has a pretty good recollection of what we pulled out of the first half. I don't really remember hitting the hot box. Do you remember hitting it, Freeman? I don't think we did. But as I say, it has been a little while since we opened the first part. I've opened so much stuff in between. Christian Arroyo for the Giants. This is one of our photo variations. I think they call it the action image in this particular set. But at any rate, it is a short print photo variation there for the Giants with the nice little Aurora rookie. So Freeman, you're saying no, it is not in play, as in we did hit it and I don't remember it, or no, we did not hit it and we will hit it tonight. I'm not sure which way you're saying it there. Nice little Ian Happ rookie. And periodically, I am going to take our base cards and stack them over to my right. There is another mat over there. It is the mat that I use for sorting, but it does keep the stacks from getting out of control high back there, and I don't like them to get very high. It makes me nervous. I'm always afraid a box of cards or something's going to fall over on them. Hi, Raiders 2010. As long as you have taken care of payment, we're good, man. I know that sometimes you're at work, so we're fine. Don't worry about that. And we haven't hit any actually technically hit. Why can't I speak tonight? We haven't hit anything that is technically a hit yet, in that we haven't pulled an autograph or a relic yet. This is our first box out of the case, Raiders. So you're in pretty. We got a ways to go yet. 568 on the Renato Nunez for the A's. That is the chrome refractor variation that I was referencing earlier. Okay, so yeah, I didn't really remember hitting it, so thank you. You don't remember hitting it either, then we probably haven't. Because you definitely, you remembered the hits out of the last part of the box, and I for sure did not. There's a little Bellinger, just plain rookie, but nonetheless, a little Bellinger rookie. We'll just set him over here in case anybody wants to look at him later. Nolan Ryan, there's Nolan Ryan throughout these sets for every team that he's ever played for. So, you know, Rangers, Mets, Angels, Astros, all of them have a Nolan Ryan corresponding insert in here. Now, we may not hit them all tonight, but they're all available anyway. Hang on one second. I want to go, was that a, I guess not. I guess that's, it is a short print of some sort, I think, because the code is different, but I don't really know what the variation is on that, but I think this is a short print of some sort. And you guys know that on the variations, they can be something so minor that I would never in a million years pick it out just glancing at it. Sometimes it's, you know, like the player's birth date will be listed incorrectly or something like that, so... Michael Fulmer, there's our red ink. 58 of 68. Michael Fulmer for the Tigers. So first box yields us a signature hit. Yeah, I wish, guys, that I could tell you for sure what all came out of the first half, but I really, truly do not remember. I mean, it's up there, though. If you switch over to, if you just want to know, like, for right now, you got a couple minutes while I'm opening all these packs and whatnot. There's, of course, a video tab on the channel here. And if you go to the video tab and scroll down through there, I find the last time we did Heritage, which, I don't know even when it was. Sometime in the last week or so, last 7 or 10 days, somewhere in there. And then you pull up that break, and if you just fast forward to the very, very end of Heritage, you'll be able to see in the recap what the hits were. Orioles, Rays, and Reds. So this is going to be the same as the last triple that we pulled out. In that, we will go to the spreadsheet. If someone owns 2 of those 3 teams, they'll take it outright. And if no one owns 2 of those 3 teams, then, of course, we will take it to random like we did the last one. So Let me get myself on the right page. There are our Reds. Let's just find Baltimore right here. They are two different, so we don't even have to look at the third one because, well, I guess we do. Somebody could still own the Rays. It's the same as. And so they are all three different people. So let's get back over here to random again. And I always list these either left to right or top to bottom. This particular card, of course, was oriented left to right. So if you're ever wondering how I decide what team gets typed in first, that's how. And once again, 3 times with random. First 2 don't count. So first one does not count. Second does not count. Third and final is our winner. And there we will see 3 times. And it comes up Orioles. So that is, that's this little strip of cards right here, headed off to the Orioles, awarded via random.org. Give me 1 second, guys. I want to get this back in its little sleeve here. And then I want to write on the back of the little sleeve that it was the Orioles, so I don't have to go back and watch the video later to match it up. Val, how have you been? I haven't seen you in a while on here. I guess mostly because I've been doing Chrome, right? And is Chrome not your groove? You'll probably, Val, you'll like update probably. Oh, daggone it. Yeah, well, I'd like it if I didn't knock our tripod over repeatedly. Oh, boy. And so my little Friday the 13th continues right on into the 14th. You guys know the kind of day that I had yesterday, and really it's been the whole week. I mean, I don't think there's any question. All week has just been just terrible, really, just awful. And now oh my gosh, I've knocked my whole little thing loose on the whole tripod is knocked loose now. I'm trying to fix it. Well, meanwhile, we get all kinds of views of ceilings and walls and supplies, all kinds of interesting things there. That was fun. I gotta find a better way to set this thing. But yeah, so I'm not surprised that I did that. I really wouldn't be surprised if I did it 2 or 3 more times. It's been that kind of week. Anyway, Yuval, as I was saying to you before, I managed to knock the tripod over and then knock the camera loose from the tripod. We will have Topps Update series coming out on Wednesday. And if I remember right, didn't you like series 1 and series 2? I think you were in those breaks. So you would probably be interested in Update. I wonder if that changed. I bet that changed our lighting. Well, obviously it doesn't change the lighting in the room, but the angle of the camera on the tripod might affect the amount of light we're getting on the card. So I may have to adjust it again in a minute. We'll see. We actually get everything out of the wrappers. I was really hoping once I got past Friday the 13th yesterday, which was just an unbelievably bad day, I really thought, okay, everything's cool now. Whatever bad stuff was floating in the air all week was cleared out by Friday the 13th, but maybe not all of it. I think most of it, though. Today was a much better day. Aside from knocking the camera over just a minute ago, but aside from that. So maybe this is going to be our hot box because there is a nice little purple parallel chrome, which is usually the hallmark of our hot box. And then we have a little Pablo Sandoval, Big Panda, numbered to 999. So if we find another purple one, we'll know we're in our hot box. And sure enough, we do. So we are. This one is for the Mets, Brandon Nimmo. They are not numbered, those purple parallels. Edwin Encarnacion for the Indians. Jose De Leon for the Rays. I never get this guy's name right. I always want to say Mija, which is not right. It's Mejia or something like that. Anyway, you see who he is. You know who he is. Marquez for the Rockies. Jesse Winker for my little Cincinnati Reds. Amir Garrett, also for my Cincinnati Reds. You hear my two little kitties downstairs getting into it, which they seem to do almost nightly at this point. Hernandez for the Astros. Nunez for the A's. Hoffman for the Rockies. Our hit is coming up behind it. Our hit for this box, a little Yuli Gurriel for the Astros. I don't know how much can you guys hear that? Like when the cats are down there chasing each other and generally causing mayhem. I would imagine that you could. It seems so loud to me. Bradley Zimmer for the Indians. Of course, I guess it depends on how good the microphone is. Especially considering I just dumped the microphone and everything else off onto the table. Another one of our Nolan Ryans. This one for the Angels. Glover, Coda Glover for the Nationals. TJ Rivera for the Mets. Neverauskas for the Pirates in the blue parallel. Blake Snell for the Rays. Oh, Tyler Glasnow. Matt Waiters, Nationals. Kyle Freeland for the Rockies. I think this Dylan Bundy, is that it? That's some sort of a short print as well. Or variation. I'm not sure what the variation is on it, but there's a list of codes. Normally there's maybe only 1 or 2 codes that tell you variations. There's more than that in Heritage High Number. There's probably 5 or 6, so I would have to look it up to tell you what code what that code corresponds to for the short prints. Ian Happ for the Cubs in the purple parallel. Steven Matz. Drew Smiley for the Mariners. Dylan Bundy. Big Panda again. Nice little Christian Aurora rookie. Ketchel. I don't ever say his name right. Mitch Haniger. That is one of our photo variations, I believe. I think it is, anyway. Matt Olson. That's going to bring us on to box 3 of 6. And that, of course, was our hot box. So we have our nice little stack of purple parallels that came out of that. Our box loader here is one of the original 1968 cards, and of course these are buybacks, literally buybacks, so there's generally some wear on corners and edges and things. They certainly don't ever come out of here perfect. They're literally from 1968, and then Topps bought them back and just put the 50th anniversary stamp on them. This one is for the Twins, Jim Olam. Hey Jordan, how are you? I tell you, it has been one of those weeks, man. I mean, it has been just a terrible week. Today's been better, I will say, though. Today has looked up, although I did knock into the tripod a while ago. You missed that little fun excitement. So, of course, dumped the camera over and knocked it loose on the tripod. That's always fun. It has to sit in kind of an awkward position in relation to where I need to be opening things and have my hands, and the cord is really the problem. I've got to figure out something to do with the cord. It's quite long, longer than I really need it to be in this instance, and that's what I tend to get tangled up in or hit, and then it just dumps the whole thing over. But anyway, we survived it. So how are you, Jordan? How's your week been? Oh, this is your 13th night of working the night shift? Oh, man. That is not fun. That is not fun at all. And then once they do switch you back, you'll be all out of sync from, you know, your body's rhythms will be off. You'll have a hard time switching back over after that many nights. Once they do finally get you back. Man, we're pulling Sandoval a lot. Seems like I'm seeing Sandoval every other card. Well, that is true. You are getting paid to watch card breaks, so there is something to be said for that. That is a valid point. I like that. That's a good way to think about it, Jordan. Nice little Cody Bellinger, just straight rookie, but still. Did you see earlier? I know you don't really do basketball, but I don't know if you were on or not, Jordan, but we've been doing that Leaf Best of Basketball, the unopened edition, where you don't know what box of cards is going to be inside, and we hit a National Treasures tonight. It's pretty cool. So far, everything we've opened out of that Leaf Best of Basketball unopened edition have been different. Because I just had some loose boxes, so I wasn't really sure if we'd end up with a lot of duplication or what, but so far we haven't, and pulling National Treasures was nice. Nolan Ryan for the Angels on that one. It was the collegiate NT, but still pretty cool. Yeah, we've pulled everything from like 2016-17 Gold Standard to some tops that was, why can't I think? Russell Westbrook. It was Russell Westbrook's rookie year. We pulled a tops product, I think it was called like T51 or something. Not even a product that I really was familiar with. But it was fun to do that one. That was a few weeks back. And we did find a couple of different Russell Westbrook rookies in it. I can't remember what we pulled in the other weeks, but... Oh, well, you know what? If you only have one basketball card and the one you have is your LeBron James autograph booklet, I think that's a good one to have, for sure. That's definitely a variation, of course, with the black circle there. Carlos Martinez for the Cardinals. There's a little Aaron Judge, rookie performers insert. So Jordan, have you pulled anything good recently? You always have good stories about the stuff you've hit. So what's your latest haul look like? Bellinger and Justin Turner on the Dodgers duo insert. Our hit in this box, Mookie Betts, relic. So far we've hit, what, 2 relics and a signature, I guess. Hopefully we will find a few more signatures in here. Oh, you got a Bob Feller on-card auto in the mail today. That's cool. Yeah, nobody's gonna argue with that being a nice way to start your day, as you say. In Ashton, Mississippi, you only have 1 basketball card too, and it's it's Michael Jordan. Well, that again, that's a nice one to have. I tell you what, basketball this year, well, first of all, it's an excellent rookie class on paper. We all know how that goes. You know, sometimes you get into the season and the rookies don't pan out the way we think they're going to. But if they live up to the billing, it's going to be a great rookie class this year in the NBA. But then the more interesting thing, for the purposes of what we do, is that Panini has pretty much already announced that they're going to have extremely limited production on all of their basketball releases, and apparently some of their other releases as well. I mean, in different sports, but they've already come out and said all of their basketball is going to be extremely limited the entire year, which I'm thinking, why would you do that? We finally have a good rookie class and you cut your production down to nothing, but there you go. Dylan Bundy for the Orioles to $9.99. Like, for instance, they're allocating hoops in basketball. Can you believe it? Hoops. And Donruss basketball. Allocated, all of it. Like, insane. Jordan, I haven't bought into any breaks in the last few weeks. I have bid on some, but been outbid. I have not successfully gotten into any in a few weeks. I've really just not had virtually any free time recently. And I've got to get back in the groove, because I miss getting my packages in the mail with cards in them. I think the last couple of breaks I bought into were fixed price teams, and they weren't on eBay. But that's just, you know, I didn't have time to sit and watch my bids or whatever, so I just bought some outright. Joe Verbanek for the Yankees, 50th anniversary, and you can see, man, that one's like all beat up down across the bottom there. So, of course, you know, that card is, what, close to 50 years old. I guess not quite 50 years old, but approaching it anyway, so I guess we can't expect it to be perfect. Jordan Fulmer, this is Topps Heritage High Number, half case break number 6. Or you're asking me the box. Oh my goodness. See, I'm like losing my mind. You're asking me the box number. Yeah, this is box number 4. Thank you, free man. That just went right over my head. I saw the break number, so I was literally thinking, you know, literally what we were breaking. But no, this is box number 4 of 6 that I'm taking out of the wrappers right now. Free Man had my back on that one. Thank you. So for those of you who are inclined to be interested in Topps Update, I think I mentioned earlier that does come out on Wednesday. We're actually going to start breaking it on Wednesday. Got some jumbos and one case of regular and I think 3 cases of jumbo coming, something like that. So a fair amount of update to break. Probably mostly going to be done in the half case format, just due to the sheer volume of cards in each of those. So I may later, after we break a case or 2 of jumbo, I may then switch to something like only shipping, you know, rookies, inserts, hits, something like that, and then we could definitely break it as a full case. But there's 500 cards in every box of jumbo, I think. So it's 1,500 cards for a half case, 3,000 cards for a full case. That's a lot of cards. Another Nolan Ryan. This one is for the Rangers. Any, piece of the wrapper. Any score change in the Dodgers game? Here we have our hit for the Cubbies. Oh, Jake Arrieta relic. So that's, yeah, 3 relics and 1 signature hit so far. So definitely I'm ready to find us some more signature hits. Is that a color swap on that? There's some, I think that's a color. I don't think it's a variation of some sort on this Aurora. I think it is a color swap in the little circle where it says Giants. But I have to find another Giants to tell you for sure. But I believe it is. Oh, the Dodgers did win. Okay, cool. Gary Sanchez and Aaron Judge insert on the Bronx Belters. Yeah, so that's it. It was white as opposed to yellow, so it was a color swap on the Aurora from a second ago. I thought that's what it was, but sometimes a card will catch my eye, and I won't really quite know for sure why it's catching my eye, and I have to think about it for a minute. Luke Weaver, Rookie Performers. Another Bellinger base rookie. That is a variation, a photo variation of the Matt Waiters for the Nationals. Again, I think they call this the action photo variation, but it is definitely a photo variation. Dansby. Man, if Devin Mesoraco could stay healthy, guy's a great catcher, but we just can't seem to keep him healthy. Matt Olson to $9.99 for the A's. Our stacks are getting a little tall. I'm going to shorten them up and move them over. Maybe I'll rearrange the mats this week too. I'm tired of looking at that Topps mat. Maybe we'll put the Panini mat to break on and the Topps mat to sort on. A little fall change of scenery maybe. Or I could move the Bowman mat up, but Bowman mat I look at a lot too. I know it doesn't matter. I know they're all the same basic mat. I mean, they have the same construction and they all offer the same level of protection. I just want to look at something different. For the Mets to 568 on the Brandon Nimmo. So that's going to bring us into box number 5. Looks like we're going to have another one of our little 3-card strips coming out. They actually pulled a poster out of, was it out of Heritage High Number? I think it was. Poster out of Joey Votto recently. Well, this one automatically heads off to the Giants because, as you see, 2 of our 3 cards are Giants, Aurora and Matt Cain. So the Giants taking that one home. Which I'm thinking that might be Ashton, Mississippi. Maybe, I don't know, because I think it was on the Aurora a while ago that you said thank you, so I'm assuming you have the Giants. Yeah, so Freeman, was the Votto poster in the first half of this case? Do you remember? I remember pulling the poster. I remember shipping the poster. But I just don't remember exactly when I pulled it. Oh, you know what else comes out this upcoming week. Some of you also break football. Not all of you do, but a few of you do. Phoenix football comes out. Probably I won't break it until the weekend, though. But yeah, that's Wednesday, and it seems like there's maybe even a third thing that comes out Wednesday besides Update and besides Phoenix, but maybe not. Maybe it's just Update and Phoenix. So tomorrow, my Steelers are going to play the undefeated Kansas City Chiefs. And I can't decide what to expect. If they're going to bounce back from that, terrible performance last week and really go hand the Chiefs their first loss of the season. Or if, and I hope not, or if they're going to continue down the same dreadful path and we're going to have to kiss our season goodbye. And I really hope it's not the latter. Now that I think about it, that's really what started off my bad week that we're finishing up, thank goodness. This is the end of the week. Yeah, it was really last Sunday, that terrible, terrible game by the Steelers. And then all the rest of my week was just about as bad as that 5-interception game. So maybe, just maybe, they'll win tomorrow and then the universe will be back on track. I know it doesn't work like that. But I think it's a nice thought anyway, the winning part. Big Panda to 568 on that little chrome refractor. Rizzo and Bryant. I kind of think that the Dodgers are going to get by the Cubs. I'm kind of expecting the Dodgers to win, and I'm kind of expecting that the Astros are going to win. Of course, the Astros are already up 2-0, but we all know what happened the last time the Yankees were in that position. They came back and won the next 3. But the Astros are awfully good this year. Once I really, to me, it doesn't matter a whole lot. I do have a little bit of a preference for the Dodgers just because I lived out there for a while. But the Reds are still my home team, so to speak. But you don't have to worry about us being in the postseason anytime soon. Aroldis Chapman for the Yankees. Speaking of, Clubhouse Relic Collection is our hit. Found our hit early out of this box. Oh, this just made the Dodgers happy. How about a little action photo variation for your rookie Cody Bellinger? Nice little short print hit there for the Dodgers. There's a commercial that's been airing a lot recently. I don't even know what channel I've seen it on, but generally I either have it on TV Land or on a sports channel, so it's on one or both of those. That's the $9.99. But it's I think it's a car commercial. But in it, they sing the little song from Cinderella. They don't sing the whole song, but oh, here's another variation, that again with the color swap or whatever you want to call it, with the black circle there for Dylan Bundy for the Orioles. But the little song that why can I not get that in there? Because I can't get the sleeve open. That the fairy godmother used to sing in Cinderella. I think it was the fairy godmother. Anyway, the little bippity boppity boo song. And it's in this, what I think is a car commercial. And I have been seeing it all week. And I have that stuck in my head right now, that little bippity boppity boo song. And it's the worst. I hate when I get a song, or a jingle in this case, stuck in my head and I cannot get it to go away. Another Nolan Ryan. This one is for the Rangers. Bradley Zimmer. Kind of sad to see our baseball season wrap up this year. It's been a fun year. We've had a lot of good rookies. I mean, a little up and down, all of them, but that's, you know, I mean, that's always the way with rookies. They always have their little dips in production somewhere along the way in that first season or two. But it's been a really good season. It's been a lot of fun to watch this season. And the Indians with their nice little win streak. Honestly, I was hoping the Indians would keep going with that. All right, this is going to bring us into box number 6. This is our last box of Heritage High Number for 2017. Let's hope we find something amazing in it. Once again, our box topper for this is our 1968 original card with the 50th anniversary stamp on it. And it is for the Reds. Pinson. I don't know this player. Vada Pinson? I don't know that player for the Reds, but anyway, it's always cool to get a hit. Yes, exactly, Ashton. I'm saying Ashton, Mississippi. It may not stand for Mississippi, but that's what I'm going with. So, yep, I agree with you. Let's conjure up the mojo for the last box of the last case of 17 Heritage High Number. Still have a little bit of Bowman Chrome to work through. A couple more cases of that. Of the regular, a handful of the jumbo cases. And then, of course, you know, we'll be doing an update for at least a week or so, since there's a lot of it. And then after that, I don't remember what comes out next for baseball. It might be Archives Signature Postseason Edition. That might be the next one up after update. But they all have a tendency to move their release dates around. You know, they'll tell you it's going to be whatever date when you pre-order it, and then often that date changes multiple times. And Leaf Metal Draft Baseball, that's pretty soon, I think. It's before Valiant Baseball. So many products and everything these days in all the sports. And they just come up with new ones all the time, too. I can't even hardly keep up with all of our regular ones, much less all the new ones, trying to remember when they come out. But it's kind of hard, you know, Topps really, they just have baseball these days, so it's kind of understandable why they produce as many as they do, because they don't have the football license anymore. But from what I've heard, now you never know if this stuff is right or not, but from what I have been told anyway, there's another Nolan Ryan, that one for the Rangers. Aaron Judge is going to sign an autograph exclusive with one of the two, either Panini or Topps, probably in the off season. So that may, well, that will tip the scales one direction or another if he's only going to have autographs in Topps or only going to have autographs in Panini, but we'll see if it actually happens first. I guess that's the first thing. We don't know for sure. I don't know for sure if that will happen. That's just the whispering out there anyway. Logically, you would think it would be with Topps. But yet, is that a photo variation? It seems it's something. That's some kind of variation, I think. Maybe not. I don't know. Seems like it is, though. I'm going to set it aside. I'll look at it again later, but that might be a variation for the Diamondbacks, but I'm not 100% sure. A little Jesse Winker variation for the Reds. Yay. But there's, you know, you really would assume, why can I not get these sleeves open tonight? You really would assume that it's going to be with Topps. I mean, it would make the most sense to be with Topps. Panini doesn't have all that many products. But then again, they did just get Mickey Mantle's family to move the exclusive from Topps to them. Our last hit for the Cubbies, Ben Zobrist. This should be numbered. Got a little pinstripe on it, and it is number 1 of 99. Of course, we will recap our relic and autograph hits at the end of the break as well, but that should be our last hit. Well, I mean, we could obviously still find short prints, but our last auto or relic hit, I should have said. I was hoping we were going to find a nice Ian Happ in here. but not tonight. What's the word on Corey Seager, by the way? I know it's his back, I guess from sliding the other day. Obviously, he was out tonight. Did anybody hear a report or anything about when they're expecting him to be back in play? Another Mitch Haniger photo variation. That's the second one of those we've pulled out of this half case. Oh, please just open sleeve. Waiters again for the Nats to $9.99. All right, so we have our autograph and our relics, and photo variations. We'll run through those first, or our known errors anyway. Oh, absolutely, Ash. Yeah, I do all that after I sign off. I sit here and put everything in its top loaders and all that before I get up and do anything else. I take care of all that. So absolutely, that will be in a top loader. Then Jesse Winker with our error variation. This I'm not 100% sure if that's a variation or not. For some reason it caught my eye. I'll look at it and we'll figure that out later. It's another color swap. Dylan Bundy. Nice little Bellinger action photo variation. Matt Waiters action photo. The Aurora color swap. One of our Topps 1968 cards, and I think I accidentally stacked one of our Topps 1968 cards in the main pile over there. Color swap, Carlos Martinez, another 68. Another Haniger action photo. Something going on with the Dylan Bundy, but I don't know what the error is, but the code matches an error. There is the Aurora action photo variation. Blue parallel for the Pirates, blue parallel for the Cubbies, and this is another one that I believe had an error code, but I don't know what the error is, but it has some kind of an error code on it. Then our hits, Michael Fulmer for the Tigers, the red ink numbered to 68. The Ben Zobrist relic numbered to 99 for the Cubs. Aroldis Chapman for the Yankees. That one is not numbered. Jake Arrieta for the Cubbies. Not numbered. Mookie Betts for the Red Sox. Unnumbered. And a little Yuli Gurriel for the Astros. Also unnumbered. So once again, guys, look for this stuff to head out the door to you most likely on Wednesday. It's possible a little of it could get out early. I don't really think so, but it's possible. It's also possible that some of it could slide to the following day on Thursday, but I also don't really think that's going to happen. I'm expecting it to be Wednesday, so provided all goes as planned. So as always, guys, I thank you very much for breaking with me, bidding with me, keeping me company and chat, and filling me in on sports scores as we go along. I hope I'll see you again on another break, and in the meantime, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we will see you the next time. Take care. Bye-bye.